what I call the core content method. So I created this method. This is, a method for creating content. A lot of people get really overwhelmed with the idea of creating content regularly for their businesses, particularly when it comes to things like social media, and blogging and things like that. So I created this method to make content creation kind of as energy efficient as possible, and also to play to the strengths of you, the creator. So it's quite personalized. You pick one, as I call, chunky piece of content. It's a long form piece of content. It'll be quite high value, quite detailed. So you pick whichever one you prefer, your favorite. It's, pick your poison. So whether, some people prefer to put their thoughts down in writing. Some people find they're more natural speaking, and videos and live streams can be good for people like that, as can podcasts. So pick your favorite, whether that's, I'm going to go with blog. So create your core content. Yep. So if you want your original core content to be a video or podcast, you can transcribe the video and polish it up into a blog post. So you can quickly convert your sort of chosen type of core content into another piece of chunky content, if you like. And there we go. Sorry, I missed out a step there. Forgive me. So yeah, if writing is what comes most naturally to you and you decide to go for a blog, on the other hand, that blog could then form a script of sorts for a video, a live stream, or a webinar. The final kind of piece of the puzzle that makes it, really effective is you can record a video, a live stream, and a podcast all at the same time. So you could be recording your voice while you're live streaming / recording yourself on video. And you're kind of creating 3 pieces of content in one go, 3 birds, 1 stone. So, I'm always looking for, any shortcuts like that, still create really good quality content, still focus on really good quality content, but put your energy and your time to good use. Excuse me. And then the next step in the core content method is then taking that piece of core content and repurposing it into micro content for your social media channels. So I've put a few examples of that type of content. You can just have very simple promotion posts for the core content, just a post saying this is our latest blog post, or this is our podcast, and here's the link to go and enjoy it, here's what it's about. Or you can take, if there's really interesting useful bits of advice or quotes, quotable bits of your article or your podcast, your core content that you've created, you can pull out quotes, and you can use my good old favorite Canva to create like infographics and little quote graphics. Obviously, if you're a designer, that'll come really naturally to you. You can make some really nice visually appealing bits of content, and you can even use your core content as the basis for creating short form videos. So if you think of the likes of Reels, those little short videos that are on Instagram, stories, which are basically across all the platforms now. There's stories on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, even on LinkedIn, I think. So yeah. So you can take, some of the key moments, the key takeaways from that longer, bigger piece of content and make those, short form content for vertical stories, TikToks, that type of thing. And then finally, take that core piece of content, or more than one piece of core content, and add it to a newsletter and send out to your mailing list. I like to do this by putting sort of a snippet or an intro to the content, and then a link that takes the person through to the original core content. Because again, if that's a blog on your website, you're driving more traffic to your website, which is great. So this is a really beautiful and detailed diagram that I've done with all of my artistic skills to kind of give an idea of the direction of flow and how the core content method works. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's you know, the blog gets turned into a podcast and vice versa.